Hello everyone, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I'm Purvik, a product marketer from Zoho Cliq, and I'm joined by my colleagues Navanitha Krishnan and Tyagaraj, who are seasoned developers with extensive knowledge of the Click platform. If you've attended our first session, you already know that they're experts in navigating the Click platform. Welcome to the second installment of our Click Developer Learning series, where we're here to equip you with valuable insights on harnessing the power of Click platform. So, for those of you who joined us on the first part, you may recall that we created a to-do list app featuring a slash command, button functions, form functions, and a database. And for those of you who couldn't make it or need a quick refresher, you can refer to the recording that Divya has shared in the chat. Now, for today's session, we're taking our to-do list app to the next level. So we'll be adding a message action, a widget, and a scheduler to our app. And these three essential tools will be the primary focus on for this session. We're going to delve into every aspect of how to create and effectively use these three uh, items. So stay engaged and don't blink, or you might miss out on some valuable insights. So over to Navani Krishnan, who's going to be showcasing the demo and on how to create and use it.
As Purvik said, in this session, we are going to see about message actions and a couple of other components. So first, let me share my screen. So for those who have missed the first session, let me show you how to access Click platform in the Click UI. So first, you have to click on your profile image on the top bar. So here you can see an option called Bots and Tools. On clicking this, a pop-up will be open, and in the LHS, you can see the list of components here. So basically, these four components, bots, commands, message actions, and widgets are interactable components. So these will be rendered in the Click UI. So users can interact with these components. So functions, schedulers, and databases are backend components. So using these three components as backend, so these four components can function. So in functions, there are two types called button function and a form function. So this was explained in the earlier session. So those who have missed that session, you can see the recording. So let me. So as Purik said, we were developing a to-do list application using. So we used commands, functions, and database for our initial to-do list application. So let me show a quick recap of what we have developed in the last session. So first we have created a command to add a to-do. So basically, for a to-do application, we need to gather details from the user, store it somewhere, and again provide to the user on demand. So first I have created a command. So to create a to-do. So to execute a command, you should open any chat window and click UI and enter slash. So list of commands available for you will be listed in this UI. So create to do was the command which I have created in the last session. So I am triggering that command. So as you can see here, a form was written in the response with three inputs. So first one is the content, second one is due date, and third is the priority. So let me enter a to do. So set the due date as today and set the priority as high. So once the form is submitted, we get a success banner called mentioning to do error successfully. And we again created a second command to fetch the pending to-dos. So I have named it as pending to-dos. So on execution, we can see message card with the table is rendered here. So the table has the one to-do which I have created now. So an option to mark this to-do as completed. So we have seen two commands. First command invoked a form and second command posted a card in the chat window with a button. So on clicking this, a button function will be executed. So I will explain in the later part. And this is a temporary response returned from the command. So until you click on post here, this message will be visible only for you. So it won't be available for the remaining 45 users. So let me close this and move on to the bots and tools section to create a message action. First, let me create a, okay. So what are message actions? Like in Click, we have few default message actions. So when you click this three dots hovering a message, you can see these options listed here. So these are the default message actions supported by Click. So you can forward a message, set reminder, create mark as 100 and edit or copy URL. So other than these options, you also provide a means for the developer to turn this click message into an actionable work item. So these additional options will be will be displayed under in the more option. So when I click more, a pop-up with list of message actions available for me will be listed here. So as you can see here, there are few predefined message actions which are installed in this organization. So called add issue. So using this message action, you can add this message as a issue in Zoho projects. So we have an option to add this message as a note to Zoho CRM. Other than that, we have integrations with ClickUp, Google Drive, and Zoho Notebook, etc. So these using these options, you can turn message as an actionable work item. So if it is an attachment, you can also upload it to another third-party service. Like we have a option to add this file present in the message directly to your Google Drive. So you can also export data from Click to a third-party application using a message action. So same way we have option for single and multiple message actions. So using select option, you can select multiple messages and perform an action. So these are the frequently used message actions by this user. So on clicking three dots, all the message actions which support multiple message actions will be listed here. So you can all add all these messages as a note to Zoho Notebook or add to Notion or Google Drive, etc. First, let me access the create to do command and copy the code. So, so this JSON is to render a form when a command gets executed. So I'm just copying it and moving to message action section and creating a message action. So here we can see a section called actions on multiple messages. So once this option is enabled, so this message action will be listed when a user selects multiple messages. Unless this is selected, it will be rendered only for a single message. So we have another section called choose message types for this section. So we have three message categories listed here. One is text message, next is attachment and links. So say you are developing an message action to upload files from Zoho Cliq's chat to a Google Drive. So for that message action, you don't need to display it over a text message or a link. So you just need to render this message action only for attachment type. So in this use case, you can just uncheck these two options and create message action for attachment. But in our case, we need for text and links too. So I'm just selecting those and clicking on save and edit code. So let me replace it with the code I have copied from the command. So as I have said earlier, info is the logging statement supported by Deluge. So using info, you can log any thing you record in the workflow. So on user execution, you can see the data printed using show logs option. So also we have supported few default objects for each handler. So it will vary based on handlers. So you can click on command plus space to open this pop-up, which will show the list of predefined objects supported in this handler. So we have location, attachments, user. This is a JSON, which provides the details of the user who executed this component. Like this add as to do can be accessed by any users of the organizations when the scope is set to R. So this user it will give the basic details of the user who executed this message action. So chat is where the message action was executed. So and the details of the message are messages on which this message action was executed. So let me log the message object. And as we get the message content here, we can directly pre-fill the content input of our add to to-do list form. So for that, we can specify the value, predefine the value using value key of a form input. So I'm just adding a value key, and as for the value, I'm giving the message text from the message object we get in this message action handler. So I'm just saving the script and trying to execute the message action which we have created now. So I'm clicking on three dots and more option, and here it is add as to do. On clicking, we can see this message content is pre-filled in the content window. So it won't be handled in command. So since we have executed using message action, this content is pre-filled. I just need to set the due date and set the priority and submit this form. So as usual, we got success banner. So as I have explained earlier, we have an option to view the records available in our database. So we just need to search for our database and click on view database. So we can see here this is the to do which we have added now, and this is the one which I have added using the command in the earlier session. So next up, we have created a message action and turned a message into an actionable variable. So next component which we are going to see in today's session is widgets. So widgets are highly capable, so which provides option to personally render a personalized dashboard within Click UI. So it's just a plugin using which you can render data in multiple formats. We have supported up to 5 views in the data in the widgets. So we will demonstrate each types in later part of the session. So for this to-do list application, we are going to use only the sections view. So let me create a widget and for our to-do list application. So I have already written the script for this widget. I am just replacing it here. So what I'm trying to do in this script is I'm fetching the database, sorry, data from the database. So I have set the criteria as completed should be false. So incomplete to dos and which belongs to the current user. So I just fetch the record from the database. When the list size is greater than 0, I'm just iterating each to dos and I'm constructing a row and adding it as a table, adding it in a table format to the elements. Elements are like in sections view, each content should be given as an element. So which we will explain later. So I'm just returning this response. And in applet type, we have an option to provide multiple tabs. So here we have two tabs. First one is named as pending to dos and it has an ID. And second one is completed to dos. It has a different ID. So active tab should be the pending to dos. So I'm just saving this code. And to view this message action which you have created now, you have to access Click's home page and settings button in the LHS navigation bar. So you can see a more apps option here. On clicking it, you can see this pop-up open, and here's the to-do widget which we have created now. So on clicking, we get the user concern. And as you can see here in the LHS, we got the tabs which you have returned in the widget response. First one is pending to-dos, and these two are the pending to-dos which I currently have. So these are rendered here, and we have another tab called completed to-dos. So here are the to-dos which I have already completed. So I'm just trying to mark this to-do as completed. So once to-do state is updated, so on refresh, you can see only one remaining to-do is listed. And the next one is, sorry, the markdown is moved to completed to-do tab. So this is just a basic widget. So we have few more views and we have implemented all the views for our internal purposes. You can see in the later part. And let me close this. So next step is the schedulers. So schedulers are used to perform timed actions in Click. So you can automate any workflow using Click schedulers. So for example, we are having a scheduler to post the exceptions count in our server like daily at 9 a.m. So using that scheduler message, we get to know the spike in any exception count. So we'll take actions accordingly. So scheduler is a standalone component which gets executed on a like a mark time. So it needs some entity to get to post the record. So like not only to post records in the chat window. Using schedulers, you can also push data from a click to a third party. Say you have a support channel and you need to gather the report of the support channel, like how many messages are posted and how many threads are closed. You can gather those reports every day and by a scheduler and export it to a third party application. It's just I'm just explaining a basic use case. So like schedulers are both using schedulers, you can just push data or pull data to click and render in a chat window. So as I said, schedulers are standalone components. So you need some medium to post in the Clicks UI. So for that purpose, I'm just creating a bot. So we will see in detail about bot in next session. So I'm just creating a bot to post the response from the scheduler. So let me create a to-do bot. Okay, we just need this bot's unique name to post in this bot chat. So on clicking the bot's name, you will get this RSS render. So here we have two API endpoints, like two endpoints render. First one is API endpoint and second is incoming webhook endpoint. So this is the bot's unique name. I'm just copying it. So let me move to schedulers and create a new scheduler. So as you can see here, we have three recurring periods supported. So daily, weekly, and monthly. So for daily, you can select a time, specific time to execute a scheduler. And for weekly, you can select the days of the week, like Sunday to Saturday. So you can select the days of the week, like it's a multiple option. So select the days of the week and also the time of the execution. Under monthly, you have two options called dates and weeks. So under dates, you can select any date you want this schedule to be executed. So this is also a multiple option, and obviously you have the time of execution. And we have weeks option. You can select a week and the day of the week. So on which this schedule should be executed. So for my to do, I'm selecting it as daily and setting the time as 11 p.m. So it's to 11:30 p.m. IST. So I'm just saving this code. Sorry, saving this schedule. And let me replace it with the script which I have already written for the scheduler. So here what I'm doing is I'm trying to fetch the pending to-dos and also which has due date as today. So I'm trying to fetch the current date using Zoho.current date its default task. So this will return the current date. So using the current date, I'm creating a criteria like due date should be uh, like from today morning to today evening. So once the records are fetched, I'm iterating the records. And first, I'm trying to construct user versus pending to-dos. So a organization can have multiple users. So multiple users can have to-dos in our database. So first, I'm trying to fetch the pending to-dos for today and construct the user versus to-dos list. So each user can specific to-dos. So user versus to-dos array. So I'm constructing user versus to-dos array. Once it's constructed, I'm just iterating it again. So to form a to form a table. So in the table we have three headers like to do, due date, and priority. So for each row, I'm adding this pending to dos for each user. And once it's constructed, I'm just using Zoho.Cliq.post to bot default deluge task to post the to do list to the particular user. So let me just save this. And this scheduler will be executed only by 10:30 p.m. So we have provided an option called save and execute. So using this save and execute option, you can trigger this scheduler now to see how it's working. So as I said earlier, we have logged user versus todo and the response from the delete task. So this is the hash which I have, which I have generated using this code. So this is the Zoho's user ID. So user versus pending todos for today. So this is how this JSON is constructed, and I'm just trying to post in the user chat window, like users bot. Let me show you the bot now. So here we got the bot with 100. So as you can see here, these are the pending to-dos for today, and this is the to-do name, due date, and priority. So it should be executed by 10:30 by default. So this is how a scheduler work. So this is for the today's session. So until now we have seen how to use a command message action widget, functions, schedules, and database. So in next session we will see about bots in detail.
So
Yes.
far we have seen about how to create a command. In the first session we have seen how to create a command, followed by that how to create a to-do and store it in the database. And in the second session today we have seen about how to perform an action via message action, and with that message actions we need to have a place to view all the to-do list. So to solve that, we have come up with a widget where we can able to see all the open and completed to-dos. So also, as now described, we have added a button mark as complete, where if your work is completed, you can able to immediately update the status when navigating to widget. So far we have seen till this. In widget, we have 5 types of view. The current one, which Navneet explained, is section view. So before that, we have 4 types of views. The first thing is info view, and second one web view, and the third thing is map view. Fourth one is form view, and fifth one is sections view. So what's coming to info view? What's the purpose of info view, or where to implement this? So I will just demonstrate with an example, simple example, where just take it as an organization where a new employee is onboarded and you have to collect personal details or few more uh, details from the new person who joins. So using this info view, you can able to collect the data from the person. So you can have an info view like this with a beautiful image, title and description. Followed by you can have a button like enter your personal details. So on clicking this button, a form will be populated. You can collect the input, and after submitting the button, after submitting the form inputted details will be rendered here. So it makes easier to submit the form, and we can able to easily collect the details too. So I haven't implemented forms, but I just clicking on this button. So you can see the banner is thrown configured successfully. Likewise, instead of button, you can able to return form. You can collect the input from the user, and you can store the data in anywhere, CRM or creator or analytics. You can integrate to any third-party service. So coming to web view, the purpose of web view is if you wish to embed a web page. So for example, if you have video or a website, if you wish to load inside Zoho Cliq, you can embed the URL directly inside web view. So you can see here is the help documentation for getting started with Cliq. So I have just, as this website is supported with iframe, I have loaded inside widget using web view. So note, only if the website is supported with iframe, you are allowed to load inside widget. So you can say I'm just navigating to commands. So I can able to view the commands and clicking to manage commands. I can easily navigate wherever I need to go. So it's an easy way to embed your website, and you can have a look. So that's the main purpose of web view. And moving to map view, so you can able to see I have added a location and it's shown here. The main purpose is as I said in the last session, we are using map view for tracking cabs. So for settle service. So for example, if I need to board to office, from my pickup location, I can just see what are the cabs which are running and what are the cabs which are on the way to my boarding point. So I can easily predict and I can move on to the time boarding point at right time, and I don't need to wait for a long time Instead of that, I can just track it here, and I can reach the boarding as per schedule. Right. So, and also I will just tell you another example. For example, if you are using for logistics or transport or courier service. So to track the vehicles, we can implement a GPS tracker in the respective vehicles, and with that response, we can load the data in widget, and inside Cliq, we can able to view all those vehicles. We can able to live track the vehicles where it is. So it's just keep you in hand where the vehicles are. So that's the main power of map view. Moving to form view, as I said, so instead of directly bringing the form, so in info view, you can have your info view like this, and clicking the button, the form will be invoked or a banner, something like that. But in form view, you can directly load the form. So directly when clicking on this tab, your form will be invoked, and I can able to submit the details, and I can trigger the submit the form. So that's it, the main purpose of form. And coming to sections view, as Navneet used a table view, I am just explaining few more cases where we have supported in sections view. In sections view, we have supported 10 types of elements. One is title, text, subtext, buttons, activity, table, fields with single column, fields with multiple column, and we have also supported cards and images. I will just show, after completing this, I will just show you how cards and images will work. For now, I will be just showing, yeah, title will be looks like this within bold H3. And moving to text, it's just a normal text. You can able to see the subtext is little bit blurred when compared to text. That's the purpose of subtext. Buttons, after adding a, for example, if you need to perform any action, you can use the buttons to perform the actions. So moving to activity, the purpose of activity is if you need to showcase some profile or user information, you can just add a profile view. You can add a profile image, and followed by that is name, descriptions. Followed by that, if you need to provide any edit access, you can have a button, something like this. So that's the power of activity. And as now used for showing the to-dos, table view. In table, you can also set width of the header. So you can able to see the header will be set to 50%, header 1, and the header 2 is set to 30%, and the header 3 is 20%. Based on the use case, I can able to set the width of the header. So now moving to fields, single field means you can able to see the key 1 followed by key 2 and followed by key 3. In multiple view, it will be in left and right. So key 1 in the left and key 2 in the left to right. So based on your use case, you can go with single column or multi-column. So far, I just explained about what are the cases which we have supported in widget section view with a simple use case. Now I will be showcasing a real-time use case which we have implemented in our organization. So I'm just going to news widget, where we can able to view the latest news. So I have used a title here, followed by the text, type text. So I have just shown 300 characters, and if I wish to read more, I can just click on this read more button, hyperlink. So on clicking this, I can able to view the entire article. So like this. So I have used here activity, in the activity, title and description. So also followed by that, I have added a navigation. So I'm clicking next. You can able to see page 2 is navigated. Now I will be navigating to page 3, page 4, followed by so on. And more same business news. Here too, I can able to navigate to next. In a page, I have shown 10 articles per page. So like this. You can also implement the same for your organization or for your partners. So sports news. So it's a handy way. I can just have a glance on what is happening. And if I need to know more about it, I can just click on read more and I can able to view the entire. So as I said earlier, the cards and images, we have supported cards and images in widgets. So here is a sample use case we have used in Google Drive. You can also implement the same. You can navigate to marketplace. So near to the profile, you can able to see marketplace icon. So here you can able to see the extensions icon. So marketplace, we have Google Drive extension in our. We have almost 70 extensions in our marketplace. In that, Google Drive is also one of the one. You can install the Google Drive extension and you can explore cards and images. So the cards and images will look something like this. Similarly, you can able to perform actions. So if you wish to share this folder, you can share this folder also. Or if you wish to open, you can open. So using cards, image and images, and another example, using Notion, all the pages which I have created is listed here. So if I need to create a page, I am just clicking add item. A form will be populated. So form will be populated and the page name is I have given the page. And if I need to create insert title and additional details, I can just click on and I can have a format. I haven't entered. I'm just clicking add. So by clicking add, a page will be created. So you can able to see page created successfully. So you can also perform actions which button action or form, whatever you need, you can do it. So that's it from widget. Also, I will just show you a use case which we are using. Using scheduler, you can able to see we have created a scheduler at 8:30 p.m. IST to bring the sales day campaign status. So you can able to see emails delivered, the bounce rate, click and open rate, unique clicks, and I have added a few reports. So likewise, you can create a scheduler, and you can configure the same for your use cases too. So this even if you forget, this will brings you in information so that you will be aware and you will not be out of the circle. So you will be aware of all the data in your hand. And I will just show you another use cases which we are using in our organization. So if someone will visit our office to visit some of our employees, one of our employee or colleagues, from the reception team, they will be collecting the visitor details and they will be triggering a notification for us, something like this. So the visitor name and he has reached to visit you. One day, if I click on the button allow visitor, the security team will allow the visitor to reach to my location. Otherwise, they will deny. So likewise, you can have an automations, schedulers, widgets, according to a use case to handle in better way.